Hi everybody, love you guys. Thanks for coming on over today and seeing what I'm doing in my craft room. This is my book, my glue book. I called it Free and Works in Paper because that's pretty much, there's glue book in here, there's collage, there's lots and lots of paper, and we are working in paper. So that's what I named it. So it's no longer an unnamed book for me. All right, and it's just a college. What are they? It's an Oregon Quarterly. It's a magazine from the University of Oregon for the alumni. My husband graduated from there ages ago, and when he was getting them, I just really liked the texture of the paper, so I kept it. Anyway, I'm gonna putz around with some blue. These are blue pieces that from that painting session that I did with Cat Rains. Collage Jumpstart, I think, or something like that, to that effect. Can't remember the name of it. Do I have that posted anymore? I don't have that posted. Collage Jumpstart, I think is what it was called. And then I looked in my blue scraps of other papers. Pulled these out too. So I have a dark value. I have some pretty other colors to go with the blue. And then that's just this piece. So, and I'm gonna do a thing before I actually get into the, see all these little scrappy things that left over from when I did my first squares. What I'm gonna do is do collage squares. Do the whole grid thing. So I'm gonna scoot this over because I wanna show you what I'm gonna work on here. What page. So open, that was fun. That was a fun session. But I'm gonna work on this right here. Let's get it centered up for you. And I've got my glue book handy. I'm gonna whitewash this page first. I have just Liquitex titanium white, and I'm just gonna scrape it on after I get the gooby out of here. And then I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm gonna section it off with washi tape, is my thinking right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna be precious with this at all. I'm just gonna use this as like a pot cleaning scraper. Just kind of give the background nothing, cover it up to a certain extent. Not completely, I don't want just white, but just to disguise the fact that it's a magazine or there's words. Oops, got a little bit more, a little too much. I think I'm gonna be switching glue page. So I'm gonna dry this really quick with my heat gun, and then I'll be back. Okay, I think we're there, not without some fingers getting painty, and I found this little piece of paper that I just kind of scraped off on from the paint over here. Yeah, and more painty. So anyway, white's always good, right? Okay, let's make sure that's that. It's a little sticky. Push that up still. Oh, it's crafting and stuff without a mess. Okay, now my plan is to cut this, use this to separate my page into 9 sections. And I'm gonna do lines. I'm still processing. I'm just eyeballing it, but I can see where the words are, so I can kind of get an idea of at least a straight line this way. And I'm not going for perfect. There's something good about not being perfect in situations like this. And let's go this way because I already have the columns of the words, and they're just letting me guide this tape roll, which is fun in itself, isn't it? I keep forgetting about my washi tapes. Do you guys do that? It's like, where are my washi tapes? Why don't I use them? I have a drawer of them. Okay, so they're not exactly squares, but it is a grid. So, and if that's, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm sorry, I just bumped you. It looks a little crooked, but not to worry. Well, I'm just gonna do it close to the edge and just see what I end up with. And I'm gonna use a glue stick today. When I used the Collage Podge, it just wrinkled everything. It was fun to brush, but it just wrinkled everything. So let's see what to start with. So a base of the dark color, maybe go opposite like that. And I maybe want to try to do kind of like how this rips so you have white on the edge. And I guess with this method, ooh, it's kind of bumpy right there with the paint. I made it a little thick. Maybe up in that corner. Go up. Okay, something to that effect. And then I only have one of these, but I think maybe I'll do the next ones in light tones. Smack in the middle, I don't know. Let's see, and then what else? I've got this. It's two. Okay. And then what? I have a book that I read to my granddaughter called And Then What? And it's a little boy and his mom. They go to lunch. They're going first. Actually, I think it's breakfast, and they're going to do errands for the day. And he keeps asking the question, and then what? It's like, Mom, what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to go pick up the dry cleaning, and then what? He says, and she tells him all these things while they're sitting at the table, and her imagination takes him on quite the adventure. And at the end, she said, well, I think we'll just go home. Or he says, they get to a point where they're not quite, he's gone all over the world in the imagination at the conversation at the table. And finally, the mom's just running out of ideas. And he says, and then what? And she says, I just don't know. I don't know. And he says, I know. And you do? She said. I'll come home to you. And she's like, oh, that's nice. Anyway, it's a cute little book, and my little granddaughter likes it. And she says the and then what part. And then what? And she's like 1.5 now. Yeah, a little more than that. She's so fun. Okay, at this point, I'm just kind of being random, and it's enjoyable. I'm going to have to trim things, of course. This needs something, doesn't it? I kind of like that white background. It gives it another element of, with the words peeking through a little bit, just another element of interest. I like this too. Got these. Aren't those pretty? This is from a calendar. Calendars are a wealth of colorful possibilities if you're doing collage, or even for making junk journals. I've made pockets and such with these. journal tags. Calendar pictures are just gorgeous. Even the Dollar Tree one's really pretty. Got a little pink in there. I don't know about the pink in there. What do you guys think about the pink? How's it looking? I really like this. How do I utilize this? I'm going to put out in pieces, but I like the floral drawing of it. A hint of floral. This guy needs something. The tissue, crinkly tissue. Do you like that sound? I was watching a video the other day, and it was peeling back the clutter. It started out with a beautiful mess, but on YouTube, and she is peeling back the clutter. Her name is Mira, and she's working on cleaning out her house. She's had some emotional setbacks with the loss of her pet and her mother. And so now she's just dealing with a move that never got quite finished unpacking, and then just situations beyond, that just kind of got in the way of her progress. And she is in the process of cleaning out her scrapbook room, and oh my lands, she is avid in the scrapbooking. She has so much stuff. There was craft-a-lanches happening all over the place. So much paper. I thought I had a lot of paper because I used to do creative memories. I thought I had a lot of paper. Oh my lands. What she had just made me go, just so glad. I'm so glad I didn't. I don't have the small amount that I do have, but I still need to clean mine out at some point. Okay, so then I'm going to add some white at the end, some white of the texture paste stuff, so like my roses, and then we'll see what I need to add otherwise. Okay, I'm going to start to glue each box. Yep, that's what I'm gonna. Oh, I don't like it when it does that. Anyway, so I was watching that and going, man, I wish I would have had her as a customer when I was selling Creative Memories, because it was she got into some of those kit clubs and boxes she had never opened. And she's been scrapbooking for 20 plus years. And anyway, it was just really interesting to see all of the different items that she had. And it's like, oh, that's mixed media. Should anybody tell her about junk journaling? I really think it'd be a bad idea, because she's borderline hoarder. And she knows this, and she's working on it. And that's why she's got a YouTube channel to hold herself accountable to getting some of this done, because it's just no way to live when you can't even enjoy your hobbies. So anyway, but man, she had some beautiful stuff in there, and she's just got a great outlook on life, and she's got a puppy. And anyway, that's somebody that I was just watching recently. Both of them, actually, A Beautiful Mess and her. Mira, Beautiful Mess, and peeling away the clutter. But the paper's my word. So maybe when I get all of this, the rectangles done, get all of the spaces done, then I will go back and outline it, maybe. It's thought. It's a thought. I don't remember how I had all this. Another YouTube person that I have been watching recently is Art Whisperer 88. And he's a gel print artist in the New York City area. Something like that. Manhattan, I'm not quite sure. Okay, what was it? This piece was here. And he is quite the experimenter with when it comes to jelly plating. And I really like to watch him. He's so peaceful. He calls him the Art Whisperer because he just kind of, he quietly talks while he's doing his jelly printing, and he plays some jazzy music low in the background, and it's pretty calming. And what he comes up with is really pretty amazing too. Very abstract. Oops. Talk about imperfection. That really, he's got that kind of down to a science, the imperfection part of it. That was a horrible line. Oh, look at that. It's terrible. What's nice about having a monochromatic palette right here with all of these blues, it makes it easier to just put anything together. It's almost like your wardrobe. If you have clothes that have the same color palette, you can just pick on, you don't have to think too much about what you're going to choose because they're all kind of the same yet different. It makes it easy to choose. And this kind of a thing can get overwhelming because you have so many different papers. But when they all go together, you don't have to think too much about how to collage with them because they kind of help each other along. That's a little crooked. That bugs me a smidge. Let's not bug me. Let's not. There. And with all of these blue papers, which I don't know if I'm even in love with really, but I like, I don't hate them, but I'm not necessarily in love with them. It's just another way to learn how to combine things. My fingers are getting all sticky. See if that'll fit there. That's a better fit. Tissue paper might be a little tricky to glue. There we go. Fingers. I do have gloves. I guess I could be wearing gloves. Put this dark piece down first before the tissue paper, so all those fun colors can come through. I'm going to rip off this little white edge. Has anyone else tried the Collage Jumpstart from Catherine Rains? You know, my favorite color is purple. I don't know why I didn't choose purple. I love purples. I do like blue, but it's not my favorite color. Let's see. Ooh, that part's darker, so we'll glue this side. So you've got that corner, that corner. Let's go from the top. Oh, back to the Art Whisperer. He's very calming, but at the same time, his microphone is right next to his mouth, so you can hear him breathing. That part I don't jive with too well. It's a little disconcerting to hear him breathing. I don't know why, it just bothers me a little bit. But I try to overlook it because his jelly printing is just innovative. But, you know, it's collage, and I looked up the collage as well. Yeah, he'll add his gel prints to his he'll add papers to his gel prints. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I mean. And they turn out really funky. And he's got signature things in his collages and gel printing that, you know, are unique to him. And I looked online as how much he sells his stuff for. And the big pieces, $400 something. It's like, whoa. Seriously. But you can get prints too for much more reasonable price. But $400 for original? I don't know. He's just fun to watch though too. Let's see, how do I make this work? I'm gonna put this down first. Okay, let's trim this flat so we can go like that. Okay, almost done with the large layer. That's fun so far. I'm looking in my monitor. I'm trying not to think too much about it, obviously, otherwise this would take too long to be enjoyed. I do want to cover up that pink a smidge, so we'll go this way. Oops, I need to turn my page here. And make this a shape. Yep, I like it. Ooh, though, this is the part that I want to have. We'll go that way. Okay, the next thing is going to be filling in some of these white spaces. I can get this on here. Cooperate. There we go. Let's add something here. Is that the right spot? Yeah. Okay, so in these little white spaces, here's a white space, some white space up there. Let's just try to use up this. What does that look like in the monitor? Fun, I like it. Good enough. With this thing, it doesn't have to be perfect. It is, let's go like this. What do you say? Because smack in the middle. That's not covering up the white space though. Let's do this and that maybe. Right here, like that. That's what we'll do. So this is kind of relaxing. And I put on some mellow music and just kind of see what happens with all of the pieces after it gets taken to the next level of what I want it to do. I like that. Let's give this 2 pieces and this one 2 pieces as well. Right there. And that's it for this little chunk of collage paper. It's an old, it smells kind of funny still, an old dictionary, very old dictionary. It's got that musty smell in it still. I've had it for several years. Okay, so the next thing is, oh, you're fun. I've got you there and you there. Do I need to put you there? I think I do. I think I do. Smack in the middle, even if I ripped too much off just now. Okay, let's see, the next thing. What's the next thing? Got the rose. Got another rose. Could do something like that and like that. Let's do it. This texture paste is the texture, not joint compound. It's not regular texture paste. It's vinyl, like filling. So it's really thick. Okay, I don't know if I can show you how thick it is, but it's just quite depthful. Is that a word? I think I made up a new word, depthful. And I don't have any words on this. I don't. Interesting. What else? I've got this too. And this is the texture paste from my, it's just regular texture paste. Oh, well, I guess I'm using that because it's stuck to my finger. Okay. Let's go right through those. So with these, you could go on and on with making layers upon layers of these little boxes. Can have so many things on them. You could go nuts with this. And I mean that in a good way. Shall I put that down and then rip? Guess I'm going with these polka dots. So I've got one there, there's some there, and there. How's that? Am I doing on time? Oop. Getting a little long. like how you can be random with the placement of these things and it still turns out kind of cool looking. I want to fill that space with a thing. That's not a thing. Let's see, I want to use this. Just a little bit of, let's do that. Okay, that is a lot of stuff. This needs a little more right here, doesn't it? What, like what though? Like what? I don't want the pink. Kind of like the vertical lines on that. Okay, so circle, 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 circles, rows and rows, stencil, 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 dark blue, dark blue, dark blue, dark blue, dark blue, dark blue. And these go here. Got quite a bit of white space up here. Let's see if I can peel off a little more for this. Give it a contrasting tone. How is that going to work? White space right there. Soon to be gone. Okay, what about down here? How much of this do I have on there? Only out that right there? Oh, goodness. We must change that. How's that? And then I was going down here, wasn't I? I think I need a different tone. I guess I'll use a little more of this, right? There's a little tiny piece here. Let's see if I can make that work in here. Okay, I'm going to call that space, that space, that space. Okay. Now, do I remove the tape or leave the tape? Do I wash my fingers or leave them sticky? I think I will take a, should I take a black marker, go around, use my black Pizzy art, and just kind of follow these lines. Let me get a little ruler. My clear one. Is that gonna work? That should work. And I'll do that. See what becomes of it. That's gonna make my ruler edge kind of icky. Okay. Okay, this is going to take a while. Okay. Okay. Let's peel off the tape and see what we have. Let's see, what did I do first? I think I did these last. I can't get them off. Come on now. Ooh, got a little green popping through there. That's fun. Come on now. Ooh, did I miss a line? Totally missed a line. You saw that, didn't you? Whoops. You all saw that. You were yelling, weren't you? Okay, that's kind of cool right there. That's kind of cool. Okay, hey, I like it. It's kind of fun on the edge. That's pretty cool. Got a little bit of glue. Where did it go? It needs to be right here. There. That's one way to do it, isn't it, you guys? One way. Okay, looking at it, I've got some interesting elements. Kind of cool. I do have some words I still see through. I'm not so crazy about, but I'm not going to worry about it. I like it. So another little experiment with my blues, my blue papers. Turned out fun. I like it. I did not put in words. That is one thing that Catherine Rains does have in hers, or just the hint of words. You know, cut the words in half lengthwise, so it just does. You can't tell what word it is unless you want the word to show, of course. But yeah, that's one thing I did not add to this. But it was a fun little session. These things are good for just kind of breaking up the monotony. I've been working a lot on my little tiny glue books, trying to get those finished, or at least get some of those scraps taken, giving them a home. Things I'm still having a hard time letting go of, even though I've had them for a long time. They can go, really, they could, but no. Anyway, that's what I am going to end with today. And I love you guys. Thanks for coming over to see what I'm doing in my craft room today. I hope you're having a really great day and finding your intrinsic value. Today it's working in these little grids with some blue paper scraps and collage in my big collage book. All right, guys, that's it for today. Take care, and as always, God bless. Bye-bye.